Oh, hi. Hello, everyone.
You got to turn off the youth video.
What?
Hey,
Oh, the YouTube, yeah. Of course. I was just checking if everything was all right. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. Oh, here, let me see. No, we don't have the right
not
one.
this
No.
one.
It will be like this freestyle. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Well, first, thank you everyone for being here. This is, I know, a very weighted AMA for our community. Everyone has been waiting so long to learn news like in live. It's a completely different feeling than just seeing the Medium articles and the things that we have been showing up. Of course, as you can see, I'm not Juliana. Unfortunately, we had some technical issues, so I had to drop in. My name is Raissa. I'm one of the marketing managers at Seedify, and I'm very happy to be now here with you, hosting this first AMA such a long time. Welcome, Levent. Thank you for your availability to join us today and to tell a bit about Seedify and everything that we have been working on for such a long time. Take the stage now and say a few words to start with.
By the way, sorry guys, Uliana couldn't come at the last minute because there was a error with the computer. So instead, Raissa is gonna be doing the host for this event, and I'm excited for this. And just I want to say thanks for taking your time to be here, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's start.
Thank you very much. So how did we select the questions for this AMA? So we had that post that you guys saw last Thursday, and we put together like the most asked questions that we found there and like made the questions out of it. So the most recurring topics, things that we saw that people wanted to know. And Levon will now we speak a bit about it. We will speak about especially the future of Seedify. We saw that there is a lot of questions regarding that. So without no further ado, let's jump into the first question. Is the investors, they are wondering like, why should I invest in Seedify or in S Fund on the long term?
It's like, as you guys know, in 2021 we were mostly like very focused and even deeply focused on just blockchain gaming and just launchpad space. So in those in those aspects, with that focus, we did pretty good compared to the market. I mean, probably when we started Seedify, like no one expected us to be the leader of this blockchain gaming vertical. And when we first announced the pivot, everyone was like, is this gonna work? But in the end, we have chosen the right industry, something we are passionate about, and we really did what we were doing at the time better than everyone else. And That's how Seedify became the number one launchpad in the blockchain gaming and metaverse space. And right now, as we gone through 3 months of bear market, 3 4 months of bear market, what we realized is another thing, that launchpads just by themselves, it's not really the thing for the bear markets. You got to have more. You got to have more utilities and things that can actually keep people earn money even in the bear markets as well. So that's why, like, as Seedify right now, we are expanding even more. For example, the seed staking feature. With the seed staking feature, you won't even need to pay another extra dime from these incubations
Yeah.
that we do. That's going to be like one of the most interesting things about Seedify in the very, very near future. That means that like you just stake your tokens and constantly earn more and more and more, and that's something that is bear proof, for example, because you're gonna be getting the passive income all the time. Another thing that we are doing is the metaverse studios, and we are doing this project that we don't like fully want to reveal yet, because these kind of things take time, and but we are building the studios with world class artists right now, 3D designers, concept artists. I mean, we are doing incredible stuff in there. Some of the sneak peek months that we showed are just the tip of the iceberg, but that's another thing that will be very, very exciting about Seedify, and it's going to be something amazing. That's all I can say. It's something that the blockchain space is going to be very, very
Yeah.
excited about, but it will take some time, of course. Another thing is the NFT launchpad part that we are launching this month. And then there's also the Seedify NFT space and the auto buys of S Fund tokens connected to that. And so with all these things, what I'm trying to say is, as Seedify, we understood our market, our vertical pretty well. That's how we could be the best at
Yeah.
what we do. But going forward into 2022, what we want to do is we want to have our community earn from a lot of different aspects. Again, still focused at blockchain gaming and metaverse space, but this
Yes.
time tokens, NFTs, metaverses, and all these things that are connected to it. And we want to actually provide you with tokens from all the hard work that our team is doing with the incubation side for free, not
Yeah.
taking any kind of allocations or something like that.
I think one of the unique things, of course, like I'm suspect to say because I work at Seedify, but one of the unique things that we bring to the industry in general is that we could be comfortable at the positions that we got as like one of the biggest launch pads. We could have settled there, like it's all cool, and like we can keep launching the games and we can keep providing ATHs and everything to the holders, but we never settled. Like we're always trying to innovate. So that's one of the things that keeps things exciting and challenging at the same time. Like we're never just looking at like that one direction. Crypto is an industry that's very dynamic, change very fast. And I think that we are very fast to acknowledge that change and to understand like what's our role on that, like what Seedify can actually add. So that's one of the things that I think that makes us completely different from any other launchpad that you're gonna find in the space at the moment. Because again, we could have settled and that would be nice and it would be very good already, but it's not enough yet. Like we know it's not enough, and we keep improving and bringing these new things that like makes us take the extra step and take risks as well. But yeah, all these things that you mentioned, like they could be an AMA by themselves, right? Like just as it's taking an AMA for that and everything. But yeah, let's try to be more like generalistic, and then we can dive into that in other opportunities.
Yep.
So people are asking if, let me check here some interesting things. Do you have any plans in the future that for SFund to have its own ecosystem, so it doesn't depend only on the IGOs?
I mean, we talked already about some of the things, but the biggest thing that we will be doing is going to be connected. I mean, regarding the ecosystem side, it's going to be connected to the NFT space, Seedify NFT space, and it's going to be connected to what we are building in the metaverse studios, the Seedify Meta Studios. But like like I said, it has to be revealed at the right moment with the right things that we can reveal with. Like I don't want to really give out too much of it yet, but yes, Seedify is gonna be looking so much more different 2 years from now. It's gonna be like all these projects that we are launching at Seedify, they may get connected into something. Like that's all I can say for now. But like
Don't you
all
want
these
to give just like a tip for people?
like all I can like a thing that I can say here is like as Seedify, we have seen how trends were moving in all the directions in the space that we are actually focusing at right now. There is going to be also the metaverse asset, for example, trend that is going to be coming, and we have been focusing on this before anyone actually realized that there's going to be a huge market over in this space, and we are doing a lot of things that we don't actually share yet. Like, for example, a team is completely hired on the metaverse asset side that actually does things in regards to that. But like regarding the ecosystem kind of thingy, all I can say is in the future there's going to be connected metaverses, so it's going to be a multiverse. And Seedify is not working on a metaverse. We are working on something much more special, you know. And all these ecosystem projects, at some point, they may get connected. Not all of them may get connected, of course, but some and most, I think they will be connected in some time in the near future. The future of gaming and metaverse is not gonna be just all separate things. Like, for example, NFTs actually connect things. You can move
Yes.
assets from one part to another. You can use like certain kind of progressions that you made in one game and take that into another metaverse and use that in a completely connected function. And there's much more to say, but we are in this position that like if we reveal too much, then we are also giving so much to others too. So we have to be in a position that we work sometimes in silence. You see what I'm saying? There are other things that we do, a lot of products that we are doing behind the scenes that we never reveal, because there's a time and a place for everything, you know.
Yeah. So that short answer to that question would be yes. We are preparing something that will expand our ecosystem and will make it not so dependent on IGOs, right?
Yep. And
Okay.
we wanna produce more value to all the projects that we launch to. So part of what we are doing is also connected to that as well. So this
Yeah.
is not an endeavor that is just about Seedify, but it's about relinquishing a completely like great utility set for all the projects that we launch to. That kind of a thing that I can say.
Yeah. And there is a question here that I think relates a lot with last week because of Binance Week. People, the classic question, when Binance? What people are asking, are you also planning to list as fund tokens in other exchange like Binance, Huobi, etc.?
I mean, like why we went to Binance is definitely kind of connected with these kind of things too. Like we wanted to make more network over there, get to know more people from the Binance team as well. I mean, we are the most successful launchpad in the Binance Smart Chain network. Like if you think about it, all the other launchpads, the other tier one competitors that we have, they're not on Binance Smart Chain. So of course, like we want to be in Binance, we want to be in Huobi and all these other exchanges, but for the past like a couple of months, it was a bear market, so we didn't really like wanted to focus on exchanges. We want to focus on building more utilities and expanding our team and getting prepared for the next run that is probably starting to happen soon, you know. But
Yeah.
yes, of course, like we want to have more volume, we want to have more reach, we want to ease for like people's experience of buying Seedify. So definitely this is like we just got some of the other work done with our lawyer, so we can be prepared for more listings soon. But I cannot say, okay, this is agreed and this and that. Like, but in time, I think in 2022, you will be seeing Seedify in most of the prominent exchanges. I think, and
Yeah.
that's we have made already connections with other names too, and those listing announcements will be coming one after other, like that. You know.
Yeah, it's that classic message. You have to stay tuned. Things will move fast, and very soon we'll have really cool announcements. I can say that because I'm mostly dealing with those announcements. Of course, I cannot share them, but some nice things are coming up very soon. Not only about these listings, but about other things that we're doing. Um, People, I really like this question that is coming up. It's actually about like how a launchpad works in the end. So people ask like, what are the measures that we take to protect Seedify investor from malicious project owners when we select the IGOs for Seedify?
There's a huge due diligence going on when a project is getting selected. For example, first we look at a lot of stuff in regards to their trailers, their teams. We do team KYCs. In the back end, there is a voting process going on, and then there's a huge due diligence going on, and that's getting done in a decentralized way, so we don't actually just try to fool ourselves with our own decision making. We do a lot of research, but of course sometimes there's going to be some malicious teams, like there's going to be some teams that sell in their first day, or there's going to be some teams that don't do what they promised to do, or some teams that want to do certain things, but they're in so much stress that they don't know what to do, or they're very new to blockchain, and it's like the having a token and having that stress. It's not actually easy. Having a token, it's kind of hard stuff, like because it's so volatile. And whenever your token is getting dropped and your first time in the market, you're like a fish in an open sea, and you don't like know how to react and things like that. So there is both the maliciousness aspect that sometimes comes into play, but in Seedify projects, I don't think we have seen many of them. There have been projects that started as with a bad launch, or sometimes like there was like unlucky things that happened. Of course, even though we always tell, this is what you gotta do, this is what you gotta do at liquidity, this is what you gotta do in listing, step by step, this is the time that you have to do it, and this and that. I mean, these things kind of happen too, but the malicious stuff, I think they haven't touched to Seedify much at all. Like we haven't seen any projects that rugged people, or we haven't seen any projects that seen a big hack or something like that, or founders get fighting each other, and the project getting completely messed up. Like those things didn't really happen at Seedify. So, and we did 50 projects so far, but of course, like there has been projects that sometimes the investors sold early, sometimes the team didn't exactly launch at the time that they were supposed to, affecting the project, stuff like that. But malicious stuff, I feel like we were pretty good about like filtering those kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
successfully avoiding it for until now, right? It's tricky.
Project.
Like crypto is very tricky. There is always new projects coming up,
Yeah.
and they all seem very good at the beginning, and like it takes time, and it's many times it's a work like of digging and going like and making the questions that the one wants to make for the projects. And also like in our case, this is actually after launch. As the launchpad, we also like we keep teasing the projects to make new things. Like we keep teasing them like, when are you going to launch these? You could have done that. Like, do you have an NFT coming up, a special NFT, say all these things. So this
Mhm.
is all things that we keep doing with the projects to try to bring value for their holders, and of course for our community. Like we are always work on the best interest of our own community by teasing those projects with like, what are you coming, like what are you bringing next? Like our holders want to see that. Our holders want to see the innovation in the industry, because of course many people, they want to of the return of investment. That's obvious, but I think we have a lot of holders that are waiting to see the game's development and to actually enjoy the game and to earn by playing. Like I think that's the biggest expectation, and this is something that as a launchpad we keep doing, is about teasing and kind of guiding them. Like maybe you should focus on these, maybe you should focus on that, and we are always trying. But again, like they're not our projects, they're our launches. We can there is like that distance that we can go and other things that we cannot do, right?
I feel like in that regard, Haisa, like the incubation part of Seedify, I think we have gained a lot of projects. I mean, a lot of experience in 50 projects that are launched in the same vertical. So it's not like we did 50 separate projects in different verticals and stuff like that. We were completely focused, and right now we understand what is likely to happen in most projects, but like of course the market kind of affects things sometimes too. But with in regards to these projects becoming more successful, I feel like another part of Seedify has to be focusing on more support, like better support, because what we have done so far, like I can say in a nutshell, we have done like mostly marketing related work for projects, sometimes tokenomics related stuff too. But if a project comes to us way too late, then we cannot really mess with their tokenomics too much, because all their SAFs are done, private investors are done, and stuff like that. So it's hard to change those. But incubations, Seedify incubations, that's going to be changing the game completely. And what we have actually announced as C staking, that was in our initial white paper
Yeah,
about like people not spending even a dime, but getting free tokens from all these projects that we incubate. Because when we are doing an incubation, we agree to take part of the tokens, because we do a lot of work when we are doing an incubation. You know,
yeah,
we do help the projects become much more successful. And like right now, until now, we haven't really like focused too much on the incubation side, because we were like the launch side, it was taking so much of our time, and then we started to work on the products, other things. But right now a whole division of Seedify is getting formed, and like just today we brought another person, and tomorrow we will be bringing likely another person in to the incubation team. And this team itself, they're gonna be all that they will be doing is trying to get more like successful projects out, and give back to the community in like the people who are staking.
yes.
Really, you know, you don't even have to spend a BUSD, one BUSD, one two BUSD. There's none of that. It's just you
Hmm.
gotta keep getting and getting and getting free tokens. And our goal is to really do a lot of great incubations, and also make sure that we do like spend a lot of Seedify resources, so these projects uh, really make an impact in the ecosystem. You know, they really become great games that people play. They become great metaverse projects. And you know, the goal is that Seedify makes a huge impact in the blockchain ecosystem, not just of course our community getting free tokens, but these projects really becoming success stories, and you know, bringing more people into the blockchain. And we have that kind of a bigger goal as well, because at some point, like I want to cut this short, but I want to add this part. At some point, like after some success level, or like uh, it's like your own success is not that much important. You become like, okay, how can I add value so others can actually experience the same thing that I'm experiencing, you know?
Yes.
And in this industry, there have been a lot of bad actors. I mean, crypto, like even me as like Turkish founder. Um, there was a lot of bad repetition about Turkey. I couldn't even mention that I was a Turkish founder, like in most places and stuff like that. Seeing some things change and it's beautiful. I feel like going forward, Seedify is gonna be making like huge impact in the blockchain gaming industry. I mean, we already did. I feel like so far we created a trend. There was no vertical launch pads at the time, and then
Yes.
right now, probably seed staking is going to be another trend. A lot of launch pads are going to be announcing the same. They're going to be copying what we are doing, but it's all good. If it's going to help the industry, we will be even probably collaborating with some of these launch pads to
Yeah.
even share this feature. You know.
And this is not on the script. I just want to tease you to see if you want to reveal now. Would you like to
Yes.
say a bit about those incubation projects? Would you like to make some revelations maybe to the community?
Yeah. You can click the publish button if you like, Heiza.
No, I will not do that. I leave it up to you.
I cannot find the publish button.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're
You can.
speaking about Medium, by the way. We have another article here where we're going to announce the 4 incubations for Seedify. Some of those you have already heard, like Aradina.
Yeah.
But we have 3 new exclusive ones coming. So if you want to talk about them briefly or expand a bit,
Okay. So are you pushing the publish button?
I am. I'm just going to add the tags now.
Let's just share that if you want,
Okay,
and
I
then
can
yeah,
I can add that later. It's publishing. I'm gonna share on the chat, okay, everyone? Then you can look at it and you're gonna find out prior to anyone what are the Seedify incubations coming up.
we can share it in Twitter too, maybe,
Yeah.
as you wish. I don't know. Uh, but we have actually a couple more incubations too that we haven't announced in this batch yet. But all in all, the projects that we are launching right now, Aredena is the biggest investor in it is Animoca Brands. Their own gaming studio is actually Blowfish. Is developing the game side by side with Aredena team. Aredena team is 3 young founders from England, great people. We helped them in their NFT launch first, and then throughout until now, we have been always talking, getting together in meetings. Just today, I had another meeting with them, for example. I mean, it's great people. I trust that project a lot and the team a lot, and they've been actually trying to deliver to their community through the thick and thin, and that's going to be a medieval metaverse project that has some strategic elements to it. The NFTs are really cool medieval concept stuff, kind of like old British style, that kind of stuff. And again, it's an Animoca brands led project and Seedify incubation. The other one, it's called Leaderverse. Leaderverse is the incubation of Seedify again, of course. But me and Lidiana's ex-founder, Hakan Baş, we talked about Leaderverse from it's like the beginning of it, like because they are like the most famous fashion e-commerce brand in Turkey, and Hakan is a great founder. Like he's known as like one of the best entrepreneurs from Turkey, and like pretty much everyone knows him in our country. And like with his brand, we started to basically get that experience and started to like turn an e-commerce company that is already too successful into the metaverse, and they will be creating metaverse wearables, like clothes, materials. And another thing that is exciting about Leaderverse is you will be able to wear most of the things that they're doing both in the metaverse and in real life, which is
Yeah.
kind of like
I
really,
really
really.
like to see projects from real life coming to the metaverse. I think that like we are not at that stage that we're fully immersed on the metaverse, that we get an NFT asset and that we're like, okay, cool, I get the NFT asset. That's awesome enough. Like no,
Yeah.
people would. I feel that we still need that real life interaction. So projects like Lidiverse that brings these NFT assets, but also have Lydiana as the company does some like that adds something interesting that we haven't seen so far in projects that are similar to them. So I think that's a really like nice thing that we're bringing to Seedify as incubation.
They also have the those connections. They have amazing connections with designers, with influencers. So like their their transformation is gonna be rather like kind of like smooth, I'd say. And I really know a lot of people in the team, in their advisors and stuff like that, and like superb people. Another thing that we are doing, also a very very interesting founder is Astro Hans founder. She's a sole woman founder. Like you guys should definitely visit Astro Hans website right now. Amazing project. I mean, it's about basically these hounds racing, and the hounds look really really cool. And they have this like we have been talking with Eleanor about how to do the breeding side, how to give characters to the like the hounds. Hounds are basically dogs that are like very very fast. It's a breed. And like they will have these different very interesting maps. The game is gonna be on Terra, so that's gonna be one of the not one of the it's gonna be the first Seedify project on
Yeah.
Terra blockchain. And she's an awesome founder, and it is very rare to find a sole woman founder in blockchain. And like she adds like just so much like uniqueness to the project. And some of the competitors of Astrons, for example, it's going to be D-Race, and I think D-Race would be the biggest competitor. But I'd say like what Eleanor is building over there, it's really really cool stuff, and definitely check their website out. It's like
Yeah.
it's going to be an amazing project, I have no doubt. And lastly, there's going to be also one more project that we have been working just very very recently. Uh, this project, I mean, it's getting done by a studio that already had developed games, and the founder is already in, like he knows what he's doing. If you can check out all the like images, all the like video trailers and everything,
Yeah.
it's going to be a
Actually, we're gonna have an announcement for them later today.
yeah, League of Empires. Okay.
Yeah, League
I
of
mean,
Empires.
like these are right now, like 4 or 5 months ago when we were launching projects, we were launching stuff that sometimes like it was very very primitive. But at the time Seedify was trying to grow, and so we had to we had to get projects. And at the time it was all there is. There has been good projects too, but there has been also these kind of projects where like they could they could succeed, they could not, you wouldn't know, like. But we just need projects. But right now, like when I see most of the calendar of Seedify right now, I mean, most of these games are right now evolving to the level of a game that you would play through Steam, you know you know and 3 4 months ago it was kind of hard to say that about at least like 30 40% of the projects.
Yeah.
But again, this is not to say that there's not going to be very very interesting still gainers among those. But what I'm seeing, and I was talking about this trend with a lot of other people, that this industry was going to evolve very very fast because there's so
Yeah.
much money getting in, so many VCs interested, so many people interested. There's 2.7 billion gamers, like literally 2.7 billion gamers in the world. If
That's one
blockchain,
third of world population. Just
it's like more than half of the world's population. Everyone plays games, and if you take this into account, and blockchain gets only like 5%, 10% of these gamers, this ecosystem is gonna fly. Like this is like I've been in 2017. I was in still in many blockchain communities telling people like gaming is gonna be the thing that's gonna take blockchain mainstream. Like people are okay, DeFi is cool, that is cool, and stuff like that, but not a lot of people are interested in finance and stuff like that. I mean, they are interested in money, but not financial
They don't
products and
understand.
stuff
I
like
think
that.
that's the thing
Yeah,
about some of DeFi projects. It's
yeah.
like people, they don't understand even their normal bank account. Like even DeFi, it's an extra, like it's another layer of complexity. But games, like
It's
everyone is interested on
yeah,
that.
everyone is playing games. Like right now, there's not even like I don't know any of my friends who are not playing any games. Yeah, like everyone plays some games. So in this regard, I mean, like what we, this is just a tip of the iceberg, of course. Like we announced today 4 incubations. They're all very interesting projects, different projects, unique projects. And like I said, from the seed staking function, you will get free tokens as a Seedify staker from all these projects when their vesting schedules will be coming in. Right now, staking Seedify is going to be starting to earn you seed staking points, where these the amount that you will get from them will be calculated according to that in portion of everyone's like seed staking points divided by your seed staking points calculated. So
Mhm.
from 8th of April, you will be starting to earn these points, and whoever basically earns more seed staking points gets to get distributed more and more from these
Yeah.
projects, and everyone is
And
going to get distributed, of
And now
course.
that we review these projects, just for people to understand like what the seed staking is about. So people who holds the S funds and stake those S funds, they will begin to earn tokens from our incubation project. So now you can know what are the tokens. It's Lidi, it's gonna be the tokens of Astro House, League of Empires, and many others that we're gonna announce when the time comes. So just for you to understand how that will be, how the seed staking, because that's quite a new thing that we're bringing. That's why Levent mentioned before, like that we're gonna see a lot of launch pads announcing the same
Owning the
feature.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah, but these came from us, and like we really trust those incubations. And the thing that I like about the seed staking is not about the airdrop. Like, of course, we like to get free things and everything, but I think that as a launch pad, we are promoting the games. Like, you get the tokens, you can play those games, and we're giving like priority to our community to join those metaverses, those games, those environments, and to actually enjoy them by having those tokens already on their wallet. Like, this is the best case scenario. And if you guys are curious to check those games, you're gonna see like they already are in a development stage that's like very nice. So you can already see some gameplay, you can already see like how the game dynamics will be, so you can see what's your style, what's the things that you like the most, because as Levent said, that they are completely different projects. So, although Aradina looks like League of Empires, they're completely different games on the game dynamics. Like, it's a completely different gameplays. So that's something very nice. Changing a bit of subject, but of course still remaining on the Seedify side. Do you think Seedify marketplace? That's a bold one. I like this person thought. See, do you think Seedify marketplace could be the next OpenSea of Binance network?
First of all, we're not going to be just on Binance Smart Chain with this. So I wouldn't say OpenSea of Binance Smart Chain, because we will be on Ethereum as well. We will be on Avalanche as well. We will be on Solana as well. I mean, we're not going to be just one smart chain oriented, and one layer one oriented. Even layer twos, there's going to be layer two integrations getting done. And next OpenSea, I wouldn't call it that next OpenSea. I would call it something completely different than OpenSea, because OpenSea is like very generalist again. Like when we entered the market, there were all these generalist launchpads, you know. And when you're a generalist, you tend to not do anything amazing. You tend to do things in a good way, you know. Even if you're the first one like OpenSea right now, if you're trying to buy a game NFT, like a game item, you don't find almost any kind of information about that game item in that in the OpenSea page. Like there's almost nothing, and you need to dig deep, go to the website, do this, do your research to find out what that NFT is even about. Like, you know, that's not the user experience that OpenSea should have. I mean, not OpenSea, but NFT marketplace should have if you're focusing on gaming, for example. Also, in regards to metaverses, you know, you cannot see which like where they're integrated to, what kind of functions they have in the metaverses, and also the user interaction is like kind of like, I mean, it's not done for that specific reason. So what we want to do is we want to be real specific, just blockchain gaming and metaverse. We're not going to be taking other projects in. If you are connected in these realms, though, like for example, you have a avatar project that also is, for example, skateboards, and like those avatars are going to be also branded into skateboards in a metaverse. That kind of thing, we can still have it, but it has to like if you're launching from like for example Seedify NFT Launchpad, there's going to be even more due diligence. But NFT marketplace is going to be more open for everyone, but it has to be directed towards either metaverse or gaming. So we stay in a vertical that we are a vertical that we understand and that we have a lot of experience and connections on, and we don't want to move to anything too widespread, because I don't think you can do things in a great way when you're too widespread in terms of
Yeah.
vertical, you know.
Yeah. So, in short, like we're not gonna see the next OpenSeas. We're gonna see something else. Like
Something
it will be you're gonna be asking in a few months if people will be in a Seedify NFT space.
Mhm.
That
Also,
would be the right place.
also there are other things too, like we're gonna have like Kickstarter like functions. Like in the initial white paper of Seedify, when I was writing the white paper, there was DAO related functions where people could vote, people could give grants to projects, and then we could for example incubate them and stuff like that. We couldn't do these idealistic features in the beginning, because at the time like it was like I realized myself that first you got to be really good at something in order to be, and your community has to be educated and informed about all these things before making these decisions, you know. And in regards to these things too, there's going to be DAO related functions, there's going to be grant related functions, and basically the Seedify NFT space, it's not going to be just a marketplace. It's going to have things that you can fund artists, you can fund interesting projects, you can take DAO based decisions, and really like get basically back other artists who you want uh, special items from, special prizes from. If you have used Kickstarter, you know, like these projects in Kickstarter, for example, they're not completely done yet, but you can basically fund them and then they give you certain rewards. And in the metaverse and blockchain gaming space, I think these ideas make a lot of sense, and
Yes.
that's going to have a lot of functions like that. Plus also you're going to be able to sometimes earn free NFTs through using Seedify NFT space through this drop function that is connected to SNFTS token.
Yeah.
And
Um,
yeah.
I just have two more questions because I would like to end, let's say, this AMA part of session, then we can move to some of the questions that people are dropping here on the chat. Now that you mentioned SNFTS, we had some questions about it, especially because we promoted the airdrop of SNFTS back in February, and people are asking some questions about that token. When will that be listed? How that's going to be used and everything that everyone wants to know about a new token coming up.
Yep. The SNFTS token is going to be released at the end of this month. And basically there's going to be a claim page. The claim page we already actually done in the backend right now. Smart contract audits are getting done by Certic, and they're getting finished. So the airdrop is going to be happening at the end of this month, and it's not going to be directly airdrop. It's going to be claimable from our claim page, but there's a specific claim page that is getting created specifically for that. And
Mhm.
basically, we didn't want to launch SNFTS without having any kind of like utility for it. But we understand that our community wants to get the token sooner than later. And since we are going to be right now very deeply focused on the NFT side of things, we're going to be launching it, yes, at
Sooner.
the end of this month. Not sooner. I
Yeah.
mean, at the end of this month, probably third week or fourth week of April. There's going to be the claim page, and then we're going to be listing it first on PancakeSwap. There's going to be the staking and farming systems also intact. So from the first day, you can start to stake, you can start to farm, and right after that, right now, right after the NFT space, the next functions are coming to, of course, things related to Seedify NFT space.
Yeah.
So the token can have the utilities that the
Yeah.
community is expecting soon enough.
Yeah, just for those who kind of arrived now and that are not understanding. So SNFTS is a new token that we're gonna launch. That's gonna be the token that will be used at the NFT marketplace, which is the Seedify NFT space that we mentioned before. That token will have some advantage when compared to other tokens used on NFT space. As Levent said, it will be a multi-chain approach that we're gonna have on that platform. But if you use SNFTS, you're gonna have some, let's say, discounts on the, and you're gonna have
Yeah,
also, yeah,
drops.
advantage, yeah,
The
and drops too.
drop
Those would be the two main advantage of using SNFTS rather than using any other token on that platform. And I'm sure that as we did with S funds, we can expand the utilities of that token. Like it's
Yep.
a matter of feeling the moment and seeing what makes sense. Of course, like we cannot just create a new utility because it looks fun or it's the trend of the moment. Like it needs to make sense with the platform and the like the goal that we have in mind for the
But
platform
also,
overall.
like, sorry to interrupt you,
No,
Haiza,
no, no.
but I want to like make sure that this is clear. S1 token will always be our like main token.
Flagship
SNFTS,
token.
exactly. SNFTS is it has functions in the CDFI NFT space in a way that it reduces the commissions by 50%, and also it increases your NFT drop reward rates. Like according to how much you're staking and stuff like that. But when you're like getting allocations from a NFT project, when you're private minting, when you're actually even in the Meta Studios project that we are working on, there's going to be some connections to, again, as fun. So we but there has been these things with the commission related stuff and NFT drop related stuff that we couldn't give more S funds with them. And basically the S fund and SNFTS is going to be connected in such a way that whenever there's a transaction happening in the Seedify NFT space, a portion of like when the SNFTS token is used, a portion of that is going to be completely burned. So the SNFTS is going to be constantly getting burned, while there's going to be also S fund buybacks whenever SNFTS is not being used as a commission. So if a person is buying a certain thing and they don't have any SNFTS in their wallet, what's going to happen is they're going to be getting charged 2% commission fee instead of 1%. And OpenSea, for example, charges 2.5% as regular commission. And whenever that 2% is getting charged, we're going to be doing an automatic buyback with S1. So the more the CDFI NFT space is being used, like there's gonna be automatic buying of basically S fund tokens,
Yeah.
and that is another interesting thing that is connected with the CDFI NFT space and
Yeah.
SNFTS token.
The entire, like, let's say the ecosystem of Seedify, not only like for the launchpad but for the our overall vision and all the services and products that we are creating, they're all like connected with each other. Like they all go towards the same goal that we have. The last question to end up this one, The person say, I was with you when the project was a baby. What are the reasons why we have come this far? The person wants the recipe of the success, actually. That would be the question. Like, what's the recipe of Seedify success?
I
And
think
just to finish the question, I mean, is there anything you can say that we did most of the time that's the reason why we succeed?
yeah. Um, I feel like entering blockchain gaming vertical before everyone else and announcing this, and also like loving this vertical, that made a great difference. Like being the first, but also loving this, understanding this market, made a great difference. Also, people who backed us up, like we didn't have any private investors, we didn't have any kind of money in our bank when we started. Like I literally when I was airdropping Seedify tokens, like I literally didn't have much money left besides the gas fees. And if Seedify would have launched in Ethereum, it would be just terrible. And like coming from like those kind of experiences, I think we had a lot of people who supported us, like Journey Crypto, Alex Becker, all the other influencers that helped us get the word out, all the community members who didn't sell their airdrop tokens or who bought from that point on, and then they've been like helping us because like this kind of a thing, all our team members doing an amazing job, like all
Thank
these
you.
things. It's of course, like all these are like kind of like there is no one secret thing that we did that brought us success. It was daily like a routine of like working hard, being passionate, and loving what you're doing, and having great people surrounding you, I think.
Yeah. I think one thing you said, like it's very true. Like there is no secret. That I think that would be one of the ingredients. Like we are very transparent with our community. Like I can assure that because I can see like the what's behind the scenes of things as well, and I can tell like anytime we had trouble, like when distributions went wrong. Like if you have been with Seedify for a long period, you can recall some of these occasions and everything. Like we are always transparent with our community about the things we're doing, the next steps we're taking, and the things that actually make sense for Seedify at that moment. So I think like it's kind of easy on a sense. Like if you scroll down our Twitter or our Medium, you're gonna see an entire roadmap of things that we have been doing and sharing with the community by the time we were doing that made Seedify get at the point that we are at. I think that's kind of an easy thing to see. We're very transparent.
And like we do mistakes too. Like we are not like superhuman or something like that. We do mistakes too. There has been times where we had hard times. I specifically remember this moment when we entered KuCoin, and we were drowning and stuff like that. Like I was literally trying to meditate and find out the solution about things like constantly. And but
I can mention one too. That one was funny. It was my fault. Like now, you guys gonna know who fault was. When Crypto Blades Kingdom Phase 2 that I announced that was guaranteed allocation for Phase 2.
yeah.
Like that was a brutal mistake.
Yeah,
It was on me.
and then community is like, wow, guaranteed allocation
Yeah,
forever.
like
Wait,
what are
yeah,
the math for that? Like on my defense, I was very new like to all these launchpad dynamics, and on my head, like it was okay, complete mess. Like this
it's
is just
okay.
some of the examples.
It's okay to do to make mistakes. We got to like if we're gonna break rules, we're gonna sometimes make mistakes. Some projects are gonna do mistakes too. If there's maliciousness, that's another thing. But sometimes some projects, like they're in blockchain for the first time, they do some mistake. And as a company or as a human being, no one is like 100% all the time amazing. They're like superb at what they do at every single project. But overall, I can say this like from my heart that I will be continuing to work like every day. So whoever believes in us and whoever is in our community can start to gain. This is an important word for me: financial freedom. Because when you have financial freedom, then you break out of the system that enslaves us, and that's like that's something that I work for. Like in the deeper sense, I think like Seedify is about this. Like we are about bringing financial freedom, and blockchain gaming is a way to do that, because in the future there's going to be millions of new jobs, millions of people who cannot earn their living right now, who will be able to do so through the innovations that are going to be happening in this industry. So that's why I say Seedify is not just about blockchain gaming or metaverse or something like that. It's about collective financial freedom, and we will just work for that.
Yeah. On these last 5 minutes, I'm gonna pick. I think I will only have time maybe for one or two questions. There is one kind of technical one here. Let me see. So, does KYC is required for seed staking?
No, it's not required. As long as you are actually like staking your tokens, you're gonna be able to actually get the tokens. But also there can be regulative changes to this that I can say. Like we have to. It will be open for everyone to earn those tokens. But if regulative changes happen, then of course, like we have to ask for KYCs later on and stuff like that. But like we're not going to require any KYC because it's not a launch. It's just free airdrop tokens basically coming to you. Not airdrop tokens, but incubation tokens. But it's not there's no payment to a project that is getting done. So there's no funding in regards to community doing that funding. So in regards to that, that doesn't get called an IGO or an INO or a sale process. So that means that it is not against any kind of country laws,
Yeah.
Regards
It's
to
different than an individual going there and actively purchasing. That's an airdrop, and that's a very good. Not only because of the seed staking, actually, that will be the same for the NFTs. That's a
NFTs,
different.
yeah.
NFTs is a
Yeah.
kind of asset that anyone can have without the need of
KYC.
KYC. So that's gonna be something nice that we're gonna have in the future. So we're gonna see a lot of more holders on Seedify for sure. People who cannot perform KYC at the moment.
Yeah.
Let me see new questions here on the chat. I think we kind of answered this one. Is there any plan for a game play to earn? I think this person means like a game made by Seedify.
In the project that we are doing, there's gonna be some stuff. Yeah, there's gonna be, of course, some stuff connected to that part as well. Yeah.
People are trying. There is Nikki. They're trying to get you to reveal. Please tell us, what are you doing? He's not gonna say, guys. Let me see if I can find something else here. Most of the questions are about that. Guys, if you have, drop on the right now, because it's easier for me to see the last message than keep scrolling. Do you have a token? Okay. Another more technical one. Do you have a token burning plan to increase token value and attract investors to invest?
Not token burning plan, but there's gonna be buyback plan. Like I said, it's gonna be connected to Seedify NFT space. So burning, I feel like burning is good too, but buybacks are much more powerful. And in the regular stock industry, burning doesn't happen much at all, because it's kind of like it's it is strong, but it is not. It doesn't have direct effect. The effect comes in a rather slower version. But when you are doing a buyback, it is instant. Like you buy that, and then the price increases due to that buy pressure. And when the Seedify NFT space smart contract is gonna be connected to Pancake, basically doing auto buybacks is gonna be every day. The more CDFI NFT space is being used, the more S fund is going to be basically bought back from the liquidity providers, and that kind of effect is much more powerful than just token burning. And token burning, it is cool for SNFTS. It's going to be because CDFI NFT space token. It's gonna have a rather bigger like. Pool of tokens, but
Yes.
the token burning, that's gonna slow down that release and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, buyback, I feel like that's what we are focusing yet, and that's where we should be focusing with S fund. We don't have that much tokens with Seedify fund anyways. It's like 100 million tokens.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I would love to answer, not me actually, to have Levent answer some of the questions that you're dropping here.
Yes.
But I don't want to extend it too much. Actually, I'm gonna this is the last one, I swear, Levent. Just because I think this will leave us with a nice vibe to end this AMA. Where is it? Why isn't it showing? Okay, here. Where do you see Seedify 3 years from now?
I see like when this right now, like I saw a world where a lot of games are in it, and there's like this like I see a multiverse. Not gonna lie, a multiverse where like we have an ecosystem of at least probably 300, 400 games that are launched, probably more. Like probably at least 30-40% of blockchain gaming space at least have gone through a Seedify launch, probably more than that, at least probably 50% of it or more.
Yeah.
And Seedify being a brand that is recognized all over the world right now. Whenever like I go somewhere, like we mentioned Seedify, even like like I went to this snowboarding trip, and we were talking to people about crypto, and then like I didn't say I was the founder of Seedify, but I was talking, and then like watching gaming stuff like that, people talking about Seedify and stuff like that. Like now we are recognized a lot in the space. Like there's very few people who doesn't know about Seedify in crypto community, but it will, I feel like, become more mainstream in 3 years, definitely. Like even this year we will be working hard at it, but 3 years from now I feel like you will be meeting a brand that is not just about gaming, that is kind of like connecting uh, gaming and metaverse in a way that you can be living in those worlds, like in a way that is kind of like something that we haven't really felt before with the current games and current products out there. I mean, that's what we want to work for, really. Someday it has to be something that can be really experienced, not just a launch pad, not just a marketplace, but something that you can deeply experience with you entering some place,
Yeah.
and there you can find most of the games that we launch, and much more, you know.
That sounds awesome. I think everyone is excited. That's why I wanted that to be the last question, just to give us like a taste of what we're aiming and what we're going for. I think that's it for this AMA. And if you guys liked it very much, we can try to do it more often. I think I can share some news. Like we will not reactivate, actually activate our YouTube channel. So you can expect to see much more content coming from Seedify directly.
Okay, that's
We
wonderful.
already have some shows planned, some things that we want you guys to be updated. We're gonna have like podcast formats. We're gonna have updates. We're gonna have also tutorials, and also other contents that our minds can create and things that we can do. Like we are always happy to see the community's feedback and things that you feel we should have on Seedify for the future. But that's also one of the things that we're gonna have for the future, and for sure we should have more of these. Like I think it's very nice to this dynamic of you answering and people like actually getting the real vibe, because writing is easy, like you can have any poker face and write anything you want, but when you're speaking to people, I think they're able to actually see how serious we are about the things that we are doing and about the objectives that we have, not only for 1 month for the next quarter, but actually on the long run that we have for Seedify. Thank you very much, Levent. It was very nice. Um, Guys, and I'm sorry, this was like a bit messy in the beginning, so I was a bit confused. I was not expecting to come in live. Next time I'll try to be a bit more prepared if I ever come again. It was very nice. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Bye.
everyone. Bye bye.